Is there a song that you wish you would have written?
That song Nas did about the gun. I gave you power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nas thought of that, but that's what makes Nas great, though. You know what I mean?
Herzlich willkommen auf hiphop.de und zwar echten Hip-Hop, denn wir sind beim Autofan Festival 2017. Mein Name ist ARIA, ich habe die Ehre, ich sitze neben Legenden Group Home und Kool G Rap, man.
Yeah,
what a pleasure, how you doing?
I'm in the building, baby, right here, out for fame and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Chilling, man. Thank you for having us.
You had your performance, I think, 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
How was it? Was it good? Did the people turn up?
The vibe is real good out here, you know?
Yeah,
we had a good vibe out here. You know?
I missed it and I'm pissed off about that.
You missed their performance?
Yeah, I missed it.
Now you're on.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I would have loved to see your performance. You were on today. At what time? Was the crowd good? Did they vibe?
The crowd was good, man. I mean, they could have been a little more hyper, you know what I'm saying, a little more pumped up. But, sometimes it's just like it's in the daytime. I heard they was out there all day and all that, so that could have a lot to do with it. But, we had the front rocking, you know what I'm saying? Some of the people in the back, they was just listening. I think more people was just checking me out more than anything and listening to me, you know what I'm saying? Because G-Rap is not like a club record and all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lyrical again, so these niggas want to hear me flow the way I floated on the record and all that. So I'm the type of artist you look at.
Yeah, man. If I was there, I had to work, but if I was there, I would have just stood there and watched and be like, damn.
See?
That's like
and that's what they was doing.
Decades of history on the stage right there, man.
And that was the look on everybody's face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's incredible. It's incredible also to have your guys in one interview sitting here because you're both, reconnecting kind of in Dortmund in Germany on a festival, years and years hip-hop from New York, being here, meeting each other. How does that feel?
Oh, it's dope, because I'm a fan, from the beginning. So, to do this together and, to be able to bring him out again, to have some fun with this, get back in motion, it's good. It's a blessing, you know what I mean? So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Since I got three real hip-hop people sitting here who know the craft, who know the culture, the style, the flows, everything, the development over the decades, I would like to talk to you a little bit about hip-hop, man, obviously, being here at the festival. When you look at today's hip-hop culture and hip-hop game, from Lil Yachty all the way to Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z, what's your take on today's hip-hop? What do you like? What do you pick out? Do you listen to everything?
I don't know how you fit Jay-Z in with those names.
Cause he's
other than him releasing a record recently, you know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z's like the tail end of our era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's coming in like around the like after Nas and a little bit after Nas and all that. You know what I mean? When he started to surface really, but I don't think you can compare it like that. You know what I'm saying? You could compare it in the sense it's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? What I did, what Group Home did, you know what I'm saying, to what Kendrick Lamar doing right now, is hip hop. Lil Yachty, you know what I'm saying, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because at least Kendrick Lamar is still trying to be lyrical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Yachty, that's a totally different brand of hip hop. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm not really one to knock the young generation from what they do, because when we start doing what we was doing, our parents was like, what the fuck is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? They didn't know what hip to the hop, to the hippie to the hop and all that, and dippy dippy dives so they didn't know all that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was bugged out to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's just some this that Cass is doing right now, it ain't for everybody from my generation. You know what I'm saying? But we do go with some of the cast that's out right now.
Yeah. But when some people rank like the newest Kendrick record, or let's say the To Pimp a Butterfly record, which was in my mind a very powerful, conscious, political record, when they rank it amongst, all-time classics like Nas and like Paid in Full and everything that's, come out of the golden era until today, when they rank it amongst those albums, say, well, maybe it's the greatest rap album of all time. What do you think about that?
I think dudes jump too quick to say that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're just saying that because it's new. and it just hit and it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna say the same thing about somebody else. And another year or two. You feel me?
But do you think anything that came out in the last, let's say, it's like what?
It's like a trend, you know what I mean? You know, within today can be gone tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, a lot of times it feels like a trend, but I do feel some of the albums that came out in the last 5 or 10 years do have the potential to outlive the next 10, 20 years and become classics over time, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, my ear ain't tuned in to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't tell you about everybody like that. You know, I know Kendrick Lamar did put out a dope album recently. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, Sean Price shit is crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? His album's bananas to me. You know what I'm saying? But his shit is, he don't have a $2 or $3 million machine behind his.
Right, definitely.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So the world won't know that.
Right. That's right. And plus hip hop, as you say, became maximized industry over the years. And some people like you, man, I feel they're looking at the game and be like, man, back in the days it was different. We just put out music and really still live for the music. And nowadays sometimes you even be like, man, do these guys even live it? Do they know about hip hop culture? Do they just, follow a trend, listen to a music they like and start doing the music?
They're not even living in a time where DJs jump on a record because he hearing the streets is rocking to it or he with it. You know what I'm saying? Right now they got to go by we was just talking about this, like how DJs even have to go by playlists now. They can't just play what they want to play. You know what I'm saying? Because all radio stations is owned by Clear Channel and Radio 1. All across the board from East to West Coast. So
it's crazy. They play what marketing, research, whatever gives them.
Or they play however they want to shape the culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they want to shape the culture a particular way, they're going to push those artists out there in the forefront and keep them in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll start seeing the effects of that in the different communities around the states. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But when we talk about rappers who are not even lyrical, who don't even have the core of what makes hip hop be hip hop, I think of like maybe the development of hip hop and how it can be a hybrid, just shape into something else. Maybe that's the fact why hip hop outlives any other genre like punk. Punk almost died, rock, the traditional rock and roll almost died because they didn't reshape themselves. They weren't able to, mold into something else.
Yeah, that's true. That's the good thing about hip hop is its diversity and its ability to evolve into many different things. You know what I'm saying? But if it's done like that naturally, then that's then beautiful. But when it's an agenda that make it go that direction, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what take all of the good thing about it out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it turns from something natural to something controlled. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think we've been seeing a lot of control, not just in hip hop and music in general, and entertainment.
Yeah, TV shows, movies, whatever that. But do you think even in those times that you have a new president who's very, we could talk about that for years and years. People and the music needs people to rise and be like, very expressive. Expressive in these times to be like, yo, I want to say something, because back in the days I remember people just stood up and talked for themselves. Nowadays, like, yo, whatever. I go to the club, make some turn-up music.
Because you can sit there and talk about it and all that till you blue in the face, but if they ain't putting the main cameras on you and, you know what I'm saying, and you're not getting the exposure to get the message across to the audience, you know what I'm saying, you're really trying to go against the current of an ocean. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what it turns out to be.
Now let's turn back the calendar a couple of years back when we were talking about how it developed into, and when I was talking about people ranking nowadays music amongst 80s, 90s classics. What are some classics? Or let's say, what are the 10 or 5 best hip hop albums for Kool G Rap? Because I talk about people, man, how was it like when Nas dropped the album and they were kids, or I wasn't even born or whatever. I didn't listen to it, but you were already doing this thing when Nas came into the game and dropped his music.
True, true.
So what are some classics if you had to name 5 albums, 5 records?
On my own?
No, from just in general.
Oh, in general?
Yeah.
Oh man, the Adventures of Slick Rick. Straight Outta Compton, NWA, Ghetto Boys album. You know what I'm saying? Follow the Leader. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Eric B for president. You know what I'm saying? But that was great for that was a great entry and for singles and shit like that. But I'm a lyrical dude, so Follow the Leader did it for me. Like Follow the Leader, the record, and Lyrics of Fury blew me away. You know what I'm saying?
What was it for y'all guys?
A little bit of everything.
Eric B, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, LL Cool J, LL Cool J.
Oh yeah.
Ice-T.
Ice-T?
NWA.
I was sitting here yesterday with MOP and I asked them, is there a song that you would have loved to write? You know, like that you wish you would have written? They were like, yeah, every Scarface song, every Nas song, every G Rap song. Is there a song that you wish you would have written?
Yeah, there's a lot of different times. There's with different artists. You know what I mean? There's that song Nas did about the gun. This, you know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of it, but you know, yeah, I felt that this is so crazy. Yeah, I gave you power. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yo, he killed. I'm like, that's some this shit that I would have thought of, but Nas thought of that. But that's what makes Nas great, yo. You know what I mean? Cause he'll think of that shit that you could have thought of, but you ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? He did it. You know what I mean?
If you think about, you know, looking into the future 5 or 10 years, and you were talking about the wrong people maybe getting the spotlights from the industry, and you know the right people don't even having the big cameras on them. But truth is, we gotta look forward and we gotta look at the young cats coming up.
Oh,
who's your money on in 5 years? If we meet at Afro Fan Festival 2023 or whatever and sit here, who would your money be on, man, at that time to be the superstar and doing good music?
To be honest, I like some cats out there right now, but I ain't got a horse in that race. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me 5, 10 years from now, because the music game
changes so rapidly.
Yeah, it's like you old school like 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? and it's the current cats that's making it that way, because that's what they push and promote to the audience. You know what I'm saying? They really putting the gun and blowing their own brain out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. Man, yesterday DJ Premier was here. He put on a show. He spun the record for 2 hours or whatever at the after show party. Were none of you guys there watching him?
Nah, we didn't. We wasn't there. We was in Switzerland.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we had
coming
a show
back
out
to
in Switzerland. But yeah, DJ Premier is the nigga that put us on, so we get much props to DJ Premier.
Yeah, I thought that. I think, man, it's incredible to. I started the interview with that. It's incredible to see y'all guys from New York reconnect here in Germany, out here at a festival, man. We would have never thought. Thank you for your time. It's amazing to talk to a legend, man. I mean, legend. This is the definition of hip hop legendary right here, man. Kool G Rap. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Art for Fame Festival, Hip-Hop.de, wisst Bescheid, was es ist. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Zugucken. Peace.